As many of us have learned, it can get pretty rough being stuck in quarantine. It has definitely taken a toll on a lot of people's mental health. Some people seem to be handling it much better than others, and there are those that are going seriously crazy. And if you feel like you're going crazy, don't worry, you're not alone. Hey Most Amazing Top 10 family, I'm your host Che Arena, and welcome back to Most Amazing Top 10. We are going to look at the top 10 people who went crazy in isolation. If any of you at home are looking to grab some more Most Amazing Top 10 content, then you should check us out on Instagram and Facebook. There is a ton of content over there for you guys, and stick around for this whole list because I'm going to be doing some more pet shoutouts, which you guys love so much. Remember, if you want me to shout out your pet, you can hit me up on Instagram, and without taking any longer, let's get into this list. Starting off at number 10, we have Mike Tyson, the 53-year-old beast that is Mike Tyson. He couldn't take the boredom of quarantine. After more than 10 years retired and effectively eliminating any old aggressions he once utilized inside the ring, Mike Tyson is back to training, leading up to a charity event that he is slated to be involved in. While most of us have been watching Netflix and chilling during quarantine, Mike Tyson has apparently been doing 2 hours of cardio and multiple sparring sessions every day to get himself in shape. Some people are just not meant to sit back and relax. I hope I have that kind of drive at 53 years old. At number 9, we have Jared, who set up a drone to feed himself Doritos. Genius or crazy? Honestly, the scariest thing about this is being able to be that patient. I couldn't wait for the drone to bring over Dorito to me one at a time, especially if it's Cool Ranch. I wouldn't stand a chance waiting for that. Is it just me, or are the quarantine snack cravings a real thing? Coming in at number 8 is Marty, who invented the quarantine robot vacuum curling sport. Let's be real, it's tough not having sports, right? So people from all over the world have been inventing their own games and other unique sports during self-isolation. This guy at least is cleaning the floor while getting his sweeping practice in for the next curling match. I wonder if I can convince my roommate to take up this hobby. Coming in at number 7, we have Makaya, the girl who surgically removed the insides of an orange and treated the pieces like little babies. She stated that the C-section went smoothly, the cuties are in great shape, and the mother is recovering. Seriously, I can't imagine how much time it would take to do this, but I guess time constraints are a thing of the past for many of us right now. Yikes, I hope that Makaya is able to recover after all of this, because isolation is clearly making her go just a little bit crazy. Coming in at number 6, we have Harry Templeman, a man who truly loves to go fishing, but because of quarantine, he won't be able to do that for quite some time. However, he found a creative solution. He just goes fishing in his aquarium at his home. I'm hoping he doesn't actually eat the fish once he's caught them, although who knows, maybe those fish have less contaminants in them than the fish we get at like fast food restaurants and stuff. Have you guys ever eaten the fish fillet? Who actually eats the fish fillet? I don't know if anyone's actually eating that. I've never seen someone order it. Let me know what you guys think. Also, I don't think a goldfish would be great for fishing. It's not much of a struggle. I think you just kind of hook them and they'd be like, all right, well, this is my existence now. Coming in at number 5 is the Amazon Man. Remember when you were like 5 years old and one of the best things about getting a gift was actually the giant box you could play with after? You could do so much with it. You could make it into a robot. You could make it into an airplane. You could make it into a train. The possibilities were endless. It was only your imagination that could limit you. Well, now that we are going into this crazy quarantine, it looks like people have been reliving their childhood. This man cut holes into his Amazon box for his arms and legs and proceeded to run around the house making freaky sounds, and I have to admit, I got a pretty good laugh out of it. Coming in at number 4 is the crazy tic-tac-toe lady. Have you ever gotten so bored you considered teaching your furry fellow in quarantine a game to pass the time? Well, a crazy cat lady named Brittany Young has taught her cats how to have tic-tac-toe tournaments with her. Believe it or not, Young isn't really the only cat owner who has resorted to tic-tac-toeing during this quarantine break. Social media is full of people trying to fill the void of sports by engaging with their pets in crazy ways. days. Could this become a new sport? Only time will tell. Let us know if you've gone crazy in quarantine teaching your pets how to do something cool. And also, shout out to all the animals who are keeping us occupied during this crazy time. Goodness sakes, they're saving our sanity. Having a little dog to kiss on the lips, like, some people think that's weird. You can kiss a dog on the lips, it's not weird. But doing that, so good for your brain. So good. As Ari Shafir said, when people are weird and they're like, and you're like kissing a dog and people are like, hey, aren't you worried about catching a disease? He's like, yeah, depression. That's why you kiss dogs on the lips, so you don't get depression. Coming in at number 3, we have a person who is so bored they decided to dissect a strawberry. Some people really aren't used to having so much downtime, and this is a perfect example of how that can make you go a little bit crazy. On March 19th, 2020, the Twitter user TweeterPaul couldn't take his boredom anymore. Quite honestly, I think he would probably make a pretty good surgeon because he did a perfect job dissecting and removing every single seed from that strawberry with those tweezers. Within a few hours, this tweet received 5,500 likes and 823 retweets. So I think many of us can relate. Coming in at the number 2 spot, we have poor Ellen DeGeneres. Poor Ellen. All $330 million of her early in April while filming one of her episodes from her $24 million California beach home. She said, "One thing I've learned about being in quarantine is that people, this is like being in jail is what it is." DeGeneres said, adding, "It's mostly because I've been wearing the same clothes for 10 days and everyone in here is gay." While I think she was clearly being facetious, it really was quite an ignorant statement, as most of us are stuck in tiny apartments and condos. Ellen is usually great, but she definitely lost her touch with this one. Most of us would love to be trapped in a $24 million beach home. She's definitely going a bit crazy in quarantine because this certainly is not like her to say something this off-putting. Coming in at number 1 is Elon Musk. Now I have to preface this with a little bit of support for the guy. Instead of allowing Tesla stock to hit the threshold of $100 billion, that's what the market cap is, which would see him receive a $700 million bonus, he decided to tweet that the stock price was too high, effectively knocking it down, probably knowing or thinking that the $700 million bonus was better served to the company than in his own pocket. That is really sacrificing yourself for the greater good, if you ask me. So props to Elon, but nonetheless, he has demonstrated some other crazy behavior during quarantine. His normally sporadic tweeting has recently been taken up a notch. He first started by quoting the American anthem in a series of tweets in protest of the COVID-19 measures in California. He then went on to say that he was selling all of his possessions 2 days before the birth of his 6th child, and finally what appears to be the actual name of his child, which is XAEA-12 or something like that. I have no idea what it means. Apparently it's like Ash or something like that. Someone else said it could be Kyle. I don't know. I'm not that close to Elon that I know what's going on over there, but it's so bizarre. Just give your kid a normal name, because now he's gonna get like bullied and stuff because he's got a weird, they're gonna call him, they're already making memes, they're like, it's the robot kid and all the memes and everything. Just give your kid a normal name. But he's clearly going a little bit crazy in quarantine. All jokes aside, many mental health professionals have warned that isolation will lead to a serious mental health crisis, skyrocketing depression rates, and even increases in suicide. So stay safe and call your loved ones, and do best not to go crazy in isolation. We will get through this together, and share what you're doing to stay safe in the comments below so we can all use the same tools to make sure we can hold on to our sanity. And right before I let you guys go, I want to do some more pet shoutouts. What can be better than looking at pets that help you keep your sanity a little bit? Pets are amazing. If you guys want me to shout out your pet, you can hit me up on Instagram. I pick new pets every day, so if you don't get picked one day, you can message back another day. If it takes me a while to get back to you, I am sorry. I literally have hundreds of people messaging me all the time. And without taking any longer, let's get into this list. First up, we have Minerva, who looks like she is loving that carpet. Then we have a close-up shot of Biggie. Look at how sound asleep this guy is. Then we have a perfectly little French bulldog who is enjoying the outdoors. And after that, we have the big boy Sage, who is loving his nap. Look at that big floppy face. And to close it out, we have Jonas, who's a little cute dude. I love that guy so much. Mwah, amazing. All right, everyone, that is all we have for you today. As always, I would love it if you could like, comment, subscribe, and hit the little notification bell. Until next time, I've been your host, Chade Arena, and everyone, stay sane in quarantine. Thank you guys. Bye.